The void, before the first mortal raised their head to look up at the stars. There was the void, before the gods forged the stars themselves. There was the void, and before there were any gods at all, there was the void. It was the first, and it will be the last. The void realms are not places as we understand them. They are realms of alien horror, of impossible geometry and breathless silence. Here, creatures that should not exist move through endless darkness, born not of womb or spell, but of hunger, distortion, and old forgotten dreams. And they are always seeking a way into the mortal realms. They are drawn to places of darkness and evil, wounds in the world, soaked in ancient pain and sorrow, places where the veil between realms has thinned. Some of these creatures are their own masters, bringing destruction to any who cross their path. Others serve the old ones, or worse, alien minds whose plans are as confusing as they are cruel. But regardless of their origin, regardless of their form, their purpose is always the same: hunger. They seek to devour the world and all of its light. What are the Voidborn? The Voidborn are not a race. They are not a species. They are a category of horror, a term whispered by scholars, warlocks, and soldiers who've seen too much and lived too long. It refers to anything spawned, shaped, or twisted by the void, be it hive-grown, summoned, or infected into being. Some Voidborn are bred in mucus pits deep beneath the earth. Others are forged, constructed from flesh, shadow, and memory. And some were never made at all. They were always waiting. Each Voidborn is a unique nightmare, a manifestation of suffering, adapted for a singular purpose: devastation. Some are animalistic, others cunning. Some are controlled, others are the ones doing the controlling. But all of them share one trait: they do not belong here. They are not part of our world. They are invaders, errors, echoes. Most come through weak points in the veil, fractures torn by trauma, war, or dark magic. Others are drawn to ancient relics, like the Eye of Shadows, whose presence echoes across dimensions. Voidborn infest, consume, and erase. They do not build. They do not dream. They come to hollow out reality and feed on what remains. Breeders and infectors. Not all Voidborn are hunters. Some are farmers of horror, engineers of corruption that multiply behind the veil. These are the breeders and infectors, the ones who transform the living into more of themselves. Their lairs are found in collapsed cities, sunken temples, and forgotten tunnels. Places soaked in blood, sorrow, and silence. Void thralls, the most common and most tragic of the Voidborn. Once human, now hollow, void thralls are the foot soldiers of the endless hunger. Born in twisted mucus pods, their bodies are disfigured by black veins and stretched flesh. Their mouths hang open, their sockets writhe with shadow tendrils. They move in twitching herds, guided by a shared will that is not their own. They do not scream, they chitter, and when they die, many burst into clouds of black spore. But some still remember, and that is the worst part. Mucus pods. Void thralls are not born, they are harvested. Dozens of victims are suspended in translucent sacks of liquid shadow. Their bodies frozen in agony, half dissolved, still breathing. Their chests rise and fall, even as their minds fade. These are wombs of pain, growing something that used to be someone. Hive heart pit. Deeper still lies the source, a thing not alive, but not dead. The hive heart pit, a massive pulsing organ of shadow flesh. Black veins slither across its surface, drawing nutrients from the bodies above. It is not intelligent, but it knows hunger. From this pit, new Voidborn crawl. Thralls, stalkers, or worse. If the heart lives, the hive grows. If the heart dies, sometimes the hive doesn't stop. Hunters and executioners. Some Voidborn are not bred for swarms, but for precision. These are the hunters, the shadow stalkers, the aerial terrors that move alone or in small packs, and leave no survivors. They are faster than your eyes, smarter than you think. And once they find your scent, they do not stop. Void stalkers. They are not born, they are grown inside of you. Void stalkers are biomechanical predators crafted by the void through infection and incubation. They begin as a sickness, a whisper, a twitch in the nerves. A host becomes infected, often without even realizing it, carrying the embryonic stalker within. And when the time comes, it erupts free. 7 feet tall, metallic black limbs, bones wrapped in chitin and shadow steel. Their bodies are sleek and skeletal, designed to kill quickly, quietly, and with maximum fear. They move along walls and ceilings, emitting no sound. But their minds are not mindless. They observe. Some mimic speech, others wait, inside the body of someone you trust, until it's far too late. In Starfaller, Shadowborn, a single void stalker erupts from a corrupted host and slaughters a squad before its feet hit the floor. You don't fight a stalker, you survive it. If you're lucky. Void spinners larger than stalkers, slower, but far more controlling. Void spinners are massive spider beasts with bloated black bodies and writhing tendrils. But they do not hunt alone, they hunt for others. From their bloated maws they spit webs of black energy, wrapping soldiers in place. Thralls follow, stalkers follow, and what they don't kill, the hive will take. By the time you realize you can't move, it's already too late. Void shrikes. The skies are not safe. From the thickest mists above, void shrikes descend. Winged, skeletal terrors, thin limbs, curved talons, and hollow, eyeless faces. Their shrieks warp the air itself. They move in packs, targeting airborne units, tearing grim shadows from flying carpets, tearing into the sky like razors through cloth. You don't hear them coming. You just look up. And the stars are gone. Siege beasts and horrors. Some Voidborn don't stalk, they don't hide, they break. These are the siege beasts, monsters of overwhelming size, strength, and brutality. Where they walk, cities fall. Where they strike, armies scatter. They are not bred for subtlety. They are made for war. Web fiends. The frontline enforcers of the hive, web fiends are part spider, part scorpion, and entirely unnatural. They move in waves, their lower bodies undulating like centipedes, while tentacle arms lash forward to spray paralyzing webbing. Their stinger tails impale warriors. Their humanoid arms hurl bone-forged javelins that punch through steel. Web fiends are not predators. They are soldiers, born to swarm, kill, and burn everything in their path. Chittering horrors. You will hear them first. The scraping, the scratching, the whispering. Chittering horrors are masses of fused limbs, melted faces and twitching torsos, crawling centipede-like over walls and ceilings, leaving trails of acid and death. Some have 3 heads, others have 20. Every arm was stolen from someone. Every voice they speak with once belonged to the dead. And when they spit, it's not venom. It's what's left of the last soul they consumed. Elites and Godspawn. The deeper one ventures into the void, the stranger the horrors become. These are not spawn. These are not beasts. These are the elites, creatures of will, design, and cosmic purpose. Some are generals, some are queens, and some were never meant to be seen by mortal eyes. Void spawn, type 1, skittering reanimators. The first kind crawl, skittering, insectoid horrors, bodies like skeletal serpents, limbs twitching like broken clockwork, their eyeless heads open vertically, revealing maws full of gnashing needle-thin teeth. Some are small as hounds, others as large as warhorses. They don't just kill, they invade. In Starfaller, Shadowborn, one crawls inside the corpse of a fallen soldier, and the body stands up again, twitching, lurching, screaming silently. Death is not escape, it's recruitment. Voidspawn, Type 2, tentacled hunters. The second kind float, spherical abominations, 5 feet across, their translucent black flesh pulsing with unnatural energy. They have 6 tentacles, 1 mouth, and no mercy. They move with cold, synchronized precision, gliding across the ground like phantoms. They grab, they lift, and they begin to digest their prey, alive. Some soldiers say you can feel them thinking. They're not beasts, they're operatives. Shadow Spinner, Zithris. She is not a monster, she is a queen. Zithris, the Shadow Spinner, is a broodmother of the web fiends, a 60-foot mountain of blades, shadow, and hunger. Her legs scrape stone, her fangs drip living venom that writhes on its own. Her 8 eyes glow with violet hate. Her webs are made of soul thread, freezing the heart, locking the body, devouring the will. Where she walks, light dies. And where she feeds, even the gods look away. The child of Malzaroth. A creature not only of the void, but of Malzaroth's will. The child is not born, it is assembled, an invisible force of will that takes whatever materials are near it to form a body out of. To see its true form is to go mad. A mass of crystal, corpses, ruin, and divine hunger, fused into a single titanic abomination. Its body howls with 1,000 mouths, its veins pulse with living crystal, it speaks in voices that bend the air, and when it moves, the earth bleeds. Starfaller faces it, and for a moment, even he doubts the end can be stopped. They are not done. These are only a few of the things that crawl from the cracks. The Voidborn are not limited to form, not bound by number. New ones are always growing, always waiting. Some slither, some scream, some don't make a sound at all, but they all come from the same place. The void, that endless dark beyond stars and souls, older than gods and hungrier than death. They are not invincible. They can be burned, broken, banished, but never for long, because the void is patient. And the Voidborn are eternal. One day a city vanishes, a mountain dies, a temple sinks beneath the earth, and then the whispers begin. They are not gone. They are already here. For more information on these foul creatures from beyond hell, get Starfaller, Shadowborn at Amazon and Barnes and Nobles.